you insouciant long pigs, it is I, Sam of SG1, coming at you for a Transformers Transformation review thingy. Yes, this time we're taking a look at, well, finishing off my review of the Legacy Stunticons. I'm going to go in for the leader, Motomaster, and here he is. And doesn't he look fucking amazing? And he rolls really well as well. Although, when I got this, as you can see here, these wheels are slightly bent up. They were slightly bent up in the package, which is a bit of a shame. But you know, it still rolls quite nicely. Yeah, and there's another thing that's broken on it as well. I'll show you that when we get to it. Yes, but he's fucking cool though. Don't like him, and he's a proper articulated lorry as well. You know, yeah. Which is very nice indeed. It's the first time, I think, we've had a Motomaster like that. Yeah, so let's take a look at some of the details there. So we've got some really nice truck details. That grill's pretty cool. Lovely purple windows. I am hoping that, I'm sure they will, that Toy Hacks do a sticker sheet for this guy, because he is lacking, you know, details in like the headlights and stuff like that. But overall, though, it's not too bad. You've got a nice Tampa Decepticon symbol there. Nice big Decepticon symbols there on the top. Although one thing I would like to have emulated is the Optimus Prime stripe. But, you know, is his own thing, I guess. So, you know. But it's still pretty cool. Details on the back of the truck. It's a lot of, you know, things are going to be other things kind of thing, you know. You can see the wheel there. It's a bit loose. But, like I say, overall, a really good thing. So let's take him to robot mode, actually. So you can take him off the trailer and just have the cab, which for some reason, man, it doesn't want to sit flat. There we are, sorry. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool. Like I say, you've got some nice details there. You've got the door in there. You've got the all this panel work going on. You've got the fuel canister there. Now, these are the wheels I quite like. Come on, more of this, please, Hasbro. You can do it here, but you can't do it here, you know? Yeah, the wheels on this guy are pretty cool. Yeah, you can see there's not much robot kibble going on, to be quite honest. Right, so, let's get him to robot mode, shall we? Let's do that. So, it's been a while since I've transformed him, actually, so it's going to be a while. Where do we start? We start at the back. So basically, we just separate what will become his arms at the back there. Just separate them up like that, and then you pull these out thus. And you can rotate these in as well, like that. So we've got this thing going on. This will become his head, obviously. And then it's just a case of just panels, just separate panels up. Let's see, separate panels. Separate this, that's it, pull this out, and pull this out, rotate that in, I think it goes that way, should do. Yeah, so then we just separate it all up, and then we just rotate this down, and then we get this section, pull it up like that, and then, so this is what I do like about this, you get this bit here, and then you rotate it round, like that, and it becomes a little truck, which is really cool, which emulates the original toy, which I really do like. It's not finished yet. We'll do some bits on it as well. Let's see. That's it. I think that's for Menasor mode. I'm not sure. I'll come back to that in a moment. It's been a while since I've transformed him, actually. So basically, you rotate all these panels in, and these will become the legs, obviously, like so, like so. Yeah, that's looking better. That's looking right, isn't it? Yes. And then rotate this down. Same again for this side. You pull this up, rotate that round, rotate this round as well, like so. And that comes in over there like that. And this panel rotates in, it goes around the back, and this goes to the side. And then we've got legs, which is very nice. and this guy's going to get a bit big. And then you rotate. This comes right over the... Oh, does it? It should do. Well, what you do? Hold on. Right, that goes like that, that goes like that. That should, because that turns around. There we go. That goes over the back, like so. And then we've got, oh, I've got to do his fists. You lift this panel up like that. Pull out his fists. And his fists. Now, unfortunately, this guy doesn't come with a gun. It comes with a sword, but it's all packed away in there. I think it's, yeah, it's in there somewhere. I'll get that out in a moment. But there is Motomaster in his robot mode. And he looks fucking badass, doesn't he? He really does. I always like Motomaster, because I like him because he's a bully. And that's why Menasor is so dangerous, because the others don't like him because he's a bully. So when they merge into Menasor, there's like a mental aberration appears, where they can't quite agree on things, and that makes him even more dangerous. So he's like more like a rampaging toddler, which is on a temper tantrum, and that's why I like Menasor. But that's pretty cool. He is fucking cool. I do like him. Let's have a look at him there. So look at his face. He's got a very cartoon face there. All that purple in there, which is very nice indeed. Some nice, very plain, but it kind of works though. Got some nice legs going on. You've got the little truck for his feet, which emulates the original toy very nicely. Nice Tampa Decepticon symbol on his shoulder there. But other than that, very good, very good. Oh, wrong way. Very good. Not a lot of robot kibble or vehicle kibble. You do get the the trailer hitch, which don't want to fit snug there. I don't know why. Just kind of hang. Oh, there we go. Got it. I was going to say it just kind of hangs there, but it fits in nicely. Is there a way to put them wheels in? No, I don't think there is. Yeah, you've got this little port and little post there, and that just fits in there, and that just keeps it secure, which is very cool. So in terms of articulation then, on the old Motomaster, his head will rotate 360 degrees. It's just on a thing, it just rotates, which is alright. Arms rotate 360 degrees at the shoulder, in and out the top of the shoulder, rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow, and rotation at the wrist. He can rotate at the waist, he can kick up, he can kick back, he can kick out, universal joint. He can rotate at the top of the thigh, he can bend at his knee, so he can kick somebody right in the nuts, which is pretty good. His foot can in and out as well, and that's your lot, which is pretty cool though. That's pretty cool. So let's bring in the rest of the team, and we can see what they all look like together. So of course we've got Motomaster, and there's Wild Rider, and there's Breakdown, Drag Strip, and Dead End, and they look so fucking cool together, don't they? Let's straighten them all out. Yeah, they do look really fucking cool together, because as the Stunticons should, they look really good. But we're not here to look at the Stunticons, we're here to see Menasor. So let's get this all prepped up, shall we? Yes, so we'll just get rid of these guys just for now, and we'll take a look at the trailer. So you can just stand there. Stand, don't fall, stand. So you can just stand there for a minute, old Motomaster. Let's stand there. And then bring in the trailer, yes. Right, let's see what we're doing here. Again, it's been a while. They've been sat on this big pile of robots for the last fucking year and a half. It's not even in properly there. Anyway, so basically just separate bits off like that. There you go, there's his sword. It's a bit odd. You can give him his sword. He looks alright, quite honestly. With his sword, he looks okay. Yes. Oh, let's transform it all back up. Yeah, so cut that bit out. Yeah, so basically, so these become the arms, as you can see the big fists there. So basically, I like the fact that all the combiner parts fit into the trailer. It's a really good idea. Doesn't quite necessarily work with Superior that's coming out this year, but the results are what they are. So basically, pull them out and you separate this down the middle like that. Now, how do we do? How are we doing this again? So I think that comes down like that, and then like that. Then, let's see. That's it. You pull this up and that round like that. So into that position, I think. And then rotate that in. And then same for this, rotate that in like that. And I think that's an arm done, if I'm not too much mistaken. No, that's it. Awesome. So there's one arm. Well, not quite yet, but there's the basic skeleton of it. Move that around like that. And then move that around like that. And then pull that down. That's it. Pull that. Oh. Yeah, so that bit, there's a port and peg and post in there, and they just peg and post in there like that, which I forgot to do this side. Yeah, you pull that out. That's it. Like that. There we go. Just makes the arm a bit longer. There we go. That's it. And then same again. Rotate that in like that, and then the wheels go in, and jobs are good. There's the other arm and other arm. Yes, so there we go, there's the arms. So then we come to this bit, and then we just separate this bit up like so. Like so. And then these bits will come down like that, and then like that, and then that's it, the legs come out like that. And this whole thing should separate in the middle, that's it. And you get what will become his gun, which is a little odd, but you know, it is what it is. And these, it just become like a platform. I'll do that in a moment, but we're going to do Menasor first. Yeah, so legs come off as well. So to do the legs, you just do that, and then, yeah, that's it, bring them up like that. And there's a leg, basically. So for this side. And there's a leg. Pretty simple. Now, this is the hard bit, the torso bit. Now, what you do is, you separate this bit here, right? Now, you'll notice on mine, these are broken. These sit here. Now, the ratchet that holds these on was so tight that they just sheared off. So, go careful out there, people. Yeah, because the idea is that you're supposed to fit them, you know, put them back around like that. So in robot mode. I mean, they will sit there, but a bit of blue tack, you should be fine. But, yeah, just go careful, because when I first transformed it, these just fucking sheared off because it was so tight. So go careful. Right, so we get this bit here, and then we just separate this up best we can. This will become the waist bit. That's it. Just loosen everything up. That's it. And then that's the one. Now this bit just becomes like I'll show you the gun emplacement that this can do. So you can transform this up like that, get this gun, and then you can put it on like that, and it just becomes like a gun emplacement. I think that's how you do it. Or you could do it this way as well, I think. Actually, no, I've done it wrong. That's it. You do it like that, I think, or like that, and that's it. Yeah, do it like that, and it becomes like a gun tower, you know. Yeah, it's something you can do with the bits that are remaining over. We'll just put that at the back there just for now. You can put all the weapons on, the individual weapons on there. Yeah, so they get this bit, and this bit rotates around like that. These come down, like that. Like so. And then these attach to the legs like so. You've got a little notch built in there, and you've got a little slider bar, which is the wrong one, goes on that side. And they just slide in and like so. And same for this side. They just nicely slide on like so. And they're locked in tight. They aren't coming out unless you push them out, which is very nice. There we are. There. See how tight those leg joints are. So we've got his legs and his torso sorted. So to make this bit into Motomaster, so we'll just get rid of the sword just for now. To Menasor rather, not Motomaster. He already is Motomaster. So basically, put his arms away. Like so. Yeah, like a so. Now, how do we do this? I think you just basically pull this back round. And you pull this out like that to reveal Motomaster's head. Menasor's head. I was right the first time. Yeah, somehow that comes... It's got to come out there. Right, because this bit... bear with me. Yeah, so I had to work out how to transform it. So basically what you do is you get his head, pull it up like that, and then you get his Motomaster's head, rotate that in, and then rotate that in again like that, and then that just locks into place. So we've got this, and then you pull out his antenna like that. So then you disconnect these like that, and then you rotate his fists around, and then, just get this out of the way, like that. Rotate his arms in, like so, and then you bend at the bicep, that's it. And then, where is it? This slot, I think it fits in there. So you just put that. I think that's the way to do it. That's right. That's got to come down there. Right, okay, and then that's gonna. I think that goes down like that. That's it. That's it. So you do it. Rotate that round, like so. Can't see what I'm doing. Rotate that round, and that becomes like that. I think I'm missing something somewhere because that don't want to peg in. Should peg in there, why don't it? That gets everything out of the way. I've just forgot. I didn't realise I hadn't pressed record. Yes, basically you fit the legs round, and they fit round into here, and then you connect these sections up here like that, so they just all fit nice. And you get the front of the faux cab there. That rotates forward and into that bit. Same for this side, like so. And that whole fits in nicely, nice and snug, and you're left with this bit. So what you do now is you can, right, so you come to the leg section. We're going to have to get, dropping everything now, move the camera up a bit, and then what you would do is you come up to this section here, and then you should fit in up here, or is that the back? I think that's the back. So you rotate that round like that, that's it. And then you get this whole section, and it should all fit in like that and that. Wait, that, I think that goes That must go on that bit there. Sorry, I keep doing this. It has been a while since I've transformed this guy. I mean, a good while. Right, so that must go that way then. I've got that wrong. That must be the front. And that has to go on there like that. And then this bit... yeah, got it. Right, so this bit just fits on there. It doesn't really... It screws in with these bits here. Then what you do is, this section, this purple bit at the back there, fits into a hole in the back, so that makes it now secure. And then you just pull everything back into place, put his head back into place. And this section, the chest section, you've got 3 ports. You've got like a mushroom peg here, which will fit in this one, and these slots will fit into there. And then you've got a square peg there, which will fit on there. So that should fit on like that. There we are. Boom. So now these bits that are broken off, I'll put these on in a moment, should fit on up here, you see. But because it's broke, it's rather annoying. So yeah, they're supposed to fit in like that. I mean, they will sit there, but they're not very secure. Because what they do is they cover... Is it that way? See, these bits cover that, like that. And it's supposed to emulate the where the original one was. So that goes... I'll put them on in a minute anyway. So yeah, so you get the chest on like that. And then jobs are good. So now we connect his arms. So these arms will just slot on over there like that. Same for this side. And like that. And we're nearly done. We need to get the other lads in. So let's just bring those in. There we go. So now what we do is we bring in drag strip. And then what we do is we just rip him in half, pretty much. How are we doing it? I'm sorry this review isn't the best. It's been so long since I've messed with these guys. There we are, yeah. I think it just... You're supposed to rip him in half, but, you know... See, during normal transformation, it wouldn't be so... It would have just happened, but for when I'm doing it, what I'm doing now, he doesn't want to disengage. I don't want to break it either, because I've got a feeling I'm gonna. Sorry, I'm a complete idiot. I forgot how you do it. Basically, what you do is you put him on the arm there, and what happens is that little button there, when you connect him up, separates it. So let's just do that. It should separate it up. Because I'm a complete and total dickhead. Right, so you just line everything up. And it should... That's it. There we go. I am a complete and total dickhead. I think I've mistransformed it as well. No, I can't have done. That's it. And then that fits on the bottom. Like so. There we go. Maybe I should have played with this before I did the review, eh? Same for this side. Just pull that down a touch. And then you get this bit. And then you connect him up. Same way, and that separates that bit, and that goes on your wrist. There we go. There we go. We're talking. There we go. Get in there somehow. Right, for his legs. Yeah, bring in this fella, and then what you do is you lift that up. You lift that up like that, so you're into that position, and then he should, well, everything's all lined up properly. There we are. Should fit into this cavity. And what happens here is when you put these into the cavity, they push this bit in and these doors close, which is pretty cool. So then you do that, you connect him up like so, and then you just clip, there we are, push him on like that, and then these doors shut at the front, and his legs are done. Well, one leg's done. So here he is in his robot mode, and he looks fucking cool as hell. For some reason, it didn't record that last little segment. So you can attach the guns all over Menasor if you so chose. Just adds that extra bit of, firepower. You can attach them to this bit as well. This just, leave it off to the side. But in terms of articulation, you can rotate his head 360 degrees at the neck. They fall off, yeah. I'll get onto that in a moment. You can rotate his arm 360 degrees at the shoulder. You've got some in and out. I'll just take these off just for now. In and out of the shoulder. You can rotate at the elbow, bend at the elbow, and his gun falls off. You can rotate at the, rotation at the elbow, rotation at the wrists, rotation at the waist. You can kick forward, you can kick back, you can in and out, rotate at the thigh, bend at the knee. Unfortunately, nothing at the feet. But, it does what it says on the tin. As Ron Seal once said back in the day. Yeah, so he's pretty fucking cool. And I can't get him all into frame. It's annoying me because I can't get it into frame. Yeah, so you can give him this gun, which is a bit odd, quite frankly, because of the attachment there. But you can hold that quite nicely. I'm not keen on this gun. If they'd brought out a proper gun, and I'm sure somebody out there, Baz, can 3D print me a gun for this guy, would be quite nice. Now, yeah, so the chest piece, right, is annoying because these just snapped off, like I said earlier on. They snapped off, and they're supposed to fit up there like that and cover that bit, and he looks good. They will sit up there, a bit of blue tack is fine. But I contacted Hasbro about it, and they just didn't want to know. And I said, well, happy to pay for the replacement part, but no, they just didn't want to know. It's a bit of a shame, really, because that's one thing I've noticed about Hasbro a couple of times. I've contacted them about a defective part, and they wanted to know where I bought it from, how much I paid, and all that kind of stuff. And I just said, well, I've just got to replace. Can you not just send me the replacement part out? But no, yeah. So let's take a closer look at him. He's got a really nice head sculpt. I fucking love that. It just screams Sunbow cartoon. Even though those eyes aren't light piping, they catch the lights and they just look so cool. Big Tampo Decepticon symbol there. Lovely detail in the chest going on. And then, yeah, the legs are a little bit plain, but they do the job. Because in the cartoon, these would be the Motomaster's legs, and then, the other two would just pop onto the back. So they've emulated the cartoon pretty well, I think. But yeah, he's really cool. I do like it. Despite its failings, it's a great figure. It stands great on a shelf. That's what I mean. He's been stood on the shelf for a while, as well as been sat here for a while as well. So, he's really cool. I do like it. Don't get me wrong. I do like it. But it's not perfect. But for how Hasbro are doing these days, it's pretty fucking good. I really do like it a lot. So, if you're new, hit subscribe, hit like, hit share, and all what the cool kids do nowadays. Check out my Patreons. I should have some cool rewards over there. If you're in a position to help out the channel, would be awesome as well. Check out my other reviews. And as of this week will be my last review, because next week I'm away, but after that I'm going to Aberdeen for a Star Trek tournament. Should be fun. So after that, expect more reviews, more TF Nation videos. Actually, it might be a TF Nation video next week, but there won't be a review next week. So, thank you for watching. I will catch you all very soon. Bye for now.
Unleashing the power, tearing through the night. Transformers in my hands, ready for the fight. With every single figure, I gear up to transform.